at this moment, while everybody is adhering to social distancing, being in a lockdown, there are prices to pay. And these prices comes in the economic form. In your opinion, do you think your government is embarking on a very aggressive fiscal and monetary policy? Is all this policy enough to keep, the economic crisis at bay? And are all these measures sufficient? And what do you think as well is the one additional measures that you think you would want to see from your government?
Fantastic. So, Daniel, the citizens of any country are critical in making sure that the economy bounces back. The role of the government will be restricted to rules and regulations and some fiscal policies. Fortunately for us, our country has announced one of the top fiscal support mechanisms, stimulus packages in the world. Like the world is today led by 21% of the GDP by Japan. GDP is your concept which you can definitely Google and understand better. I'll just give you the number differences. 21% was announced by Japan, 13% was announced by America, and India has announced 10% of their GDP as a stimulus support to the society and to the economy, which will be a great booster. According to me, I classify the economy in three categories. The most important category is the citizens. The second category is the entrepreneurs. The third category is the government. Now, the entrepreneurs and the government are actually the citizens of the people itself, and they represent them and as entrepreneurs or government organizations and government bodies. Now, what is most important is the largest part of this three-tier system of an economy is the citizens. What every person in this country and across the world, what every individual, a global citizen needs to do is come into a spend economy. Now, there is going to be a challenge. It is a contradiction of thoughts. There are some people who say, preserve cash, save your money, keep it for a rainy day. But economy says that whenever there is recession or when the economy gets into a lockdown, the population needs to start spending money. When I say spending money, it does not mean that you have to go and buy a Rolls Royce or a private jet or something else. But you need to make your life normal by becoming a customer to the other entrepreneurs. So it is very critically important. All the best economists of the world historically have said that the depression in an economy can be supported only by the citizens of the country and the world. And you need to get into the spend culture, because in my business, you are my customer. In your business, I'm your customer. If I don't spend and if you don't spend, we have nothing to work on. And if nobody in the economy works, the movement of money will stop. So movement of money in the economy is like a water wheel system. It picks up the water from the well and it throws it into the economy. And that cycle needs to keep on operating. The fiscal stimulus support that the government has extended is fantastic. We have announced, the government of India has announced a stimulus package of 20 lakh crores, which is, when translated into dollars, amounts to 266 billion US dollars. Now, this is a good stimulus package, and that amounts to 10% of our GDP. This might be sufficient, this might not be sufficient, that the time will say. But also how the public will respond to this kind of a stimulus is yet to be seen. The government is going to be attacking the economy to grow fast in 4 sectors, which has been announced. And those 4 sectors they are going to make some interesting policies for the land, for the labor, for the liquidity in the economy. And the 4th is the laws of the country. This is going to be done with an interest to make sure that foreign direct investments come into the country, and new money coming into the economy will further boost the Indian economy to make sure that we also become economically strong to support the products and services that the world needs. We all know 1/6 population of the world are Indians. In your country, in Malaysia, which is one of my favorite countries, it's a beautiful country with fabulous infrastructure. Even Malaysia has got such a large population of Indians who are there for the last 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 generations. So we are, as countries, also very close to each other. There is a lot of cooperation between India and Malaysia. And I see a lot of traffic of business which will happen between these 2 countries. One thing what we have learned in this pandemic is that the whole country, the whole world today has become one single country. The pandemic has taught us that you might be from any part of the world, a negative part as well as a positive aspect. It will connect to every 7 billion of the people on planet Earth. So these are some of the fiscal policies which will help us to become global citizens, and every Indian will become a global citizen post the COVID-19. It's the new world order that we see coming up.